First of all, of course, I jumped straight into it. Congratulations. It looked like I stayed up, obviously, until whatever it was, 3 in the morning here in Asia to see it. It looked like you really wanted that win.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. It was, it's one of those races you sort of dream of since you're a kid and work towards. And we did an extremely good month building up to it, and then put us in a position to fight for that win. And yeah, we thought we had it covered there, and then obviously the red flag came and it made life difficult. But I had a plan there for the last 2 laps and followed that plan, and it was extremely close. But yeah, I'm very happy it was enough.
When you were sitting there in the pit lane during the red flag, what were you thinking?
First, I almost lost it completely because I was like, I couldn't believe that it happened. Because I had we had 3 seconds, we had the gap controlled, and I thought, I was just counting down the laps and just praying, no yellow, no yellow. And then of course that yellow comes, and then they say it's a red flag. And I knew like all day the leader on every restart had lost the lead because he had such a hard time, keeping the lead in that situation. So I knew it was going to be extremely difficult to stay in the lead, and knowing it's a 2-lap shootout as well.
Yeah.
So I was really frustrated first. Then I had, Brad and Mike on the radio, my engineering strategist. They came on the radio, like trying to calm me down a bit and telling me, it's, you're the man, you're the fastest one out there, you got this, and sort of helped me get back in the zone. And then I actually said to myself, this is the biggest race in the world. It's the Indianapolis 500. It's not supposed to be easy. This is just another challenge I need to overcome to win this thing. And sort of got my fighting mindset back and went out and tried to make it work.
Oh, it looked like it, Marcus. That's what it looked like. I thought, oh no, this is unbelievable. But what you did there was just fantastic. I want to know what it feels like when you wake up a week or so later and you suddenly remember that you're an Indy 500 winner.
Yeah, it's still sort of hard to describe, to be honest. It's I think it's the biggest single race that can sort of change your life, as they say. And that's the cool thing, that whatever happens now in my career and life, I always have that win with me. So I think that is something that's going to take a while to sort of get used to, I think, and sort of understand that actually happened. I still think I'm sort of, it's been so hectic since the win, so it hasn't really had time to sort of sit down and reflect much about it. But it's it's obviously something I'm extremely proud of, and I'm gonna bring with me the rest of my life.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting point, isn't it? The 500 happens, and then you've got 2 races immediately following it.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, especially that Detroit race that we went straight to after the 500. Like that week after the win was just full on. Every single minute I was like doing stuff, doing media, doing flying somewhere, and then interviews, and it was just full on. And then to just refocus and go to Detroit and try and do well there was definitely a challenge. And it would have been nice maybe to have a free weekend, but still, you're a racing driver, and when you get that to get there to the track, even if you're lacking a bit of sleep and stuff, you still sort of focus on your job. So I was struggling a bit leading up to it, but then when I was there in Detroit, I was just focused and felt good. I felt confident and had that boost from the 500 with me. So I don't think it hurt me anything. I was just happy to be racing again.
I bet. And how different is the lifestyle in IndyCar compared to Formula One?
It's pretty different. It's a lot more chill, I would say. It's less. Even on the tracks, it's more open. You talk more with other drivers and other teams. It's a little bit more of a sort of open and friendly atmosphere, I would say, compared to F1. F1 is more like you're so much in your team and your schedule, so it's very like you're sort of closed off to everyone else, I feel like. So I think it's a bit more like family atmosphere in the paddock. And also, lifestyle-wise, you live in the US and you work mostly in the US and do all the races here, so it's quite different compared to F1 when you travel all over the world. So it's definitely quite different, but I really enjoyed it. It's really been good to me, and I really enjoyed it.
I noticed that, I think I'm right in saying that in Formula One you were number 9, and in IndyCar you're number 8. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
Is there a reason for that?
Not really. I think, number 9 was just something I picked there in F1 when we started to, got the chance to pick numbers. And then I came to IndyCar, and IndyCar is more like the teams has a certain amount of numbers that they have sort of reserved or whatever. And I think Ganassi always had the 9 and 10. And then when I came to Ganassi, they added the number 8, which they had used in the past. So it's don't really have any meaning to me, but I think now it really has some meaning to me, especially after winning that race a couple of weeks ago.
I don't know if you know, but in Asia, the number 8 is the luckiest number, and so people would just be like, "Oh, Marcus obviously totally got it." Look at
yeah, there you go.
Are you keeping in touch with Formula One? Are you following the new season?
Yeah, I am following it quite closely. I'm on this Swedish F1 podcast every week, so I try and keep updated on everything that's going on there. Obviously, when we're racing the same weekend, it's a little bit harder to I see all the results, but I don't see much of the sessions or races. But I try and watch it back when I get time. I think it's been a fantastic season so far. With the new regulations, there's always a worry that someone will get it very right and everyone else will sort of be behind. And I think it's been cool to see Ferrari and Red Bull up there fighting, and even the midfield being so tight together. I think it's created a really good season so far.
And have you spoken to Fred and said, "Look, Fred, I'm an Indy 500 winner now. I need to come back to Sauber and try your car out in the season"?
I have not, no. But yeah, no. I'm to be honest, I'm happy being here, and obviously winning the 500 is really established me here in the States. So no plans for doing that at the moment.